What's up, Spillers? Welcome back to a new episode of Tea with Tori. I'm your host, Tori, and today I have a very special guest. I have Kim.
Hey.
Kim, please tell the Spillers who you are and what you do.
My name is Kim. I am originally from Germany. I've lived in LA for 10 years, and I'm the owner of Pwr Grls Training. I own a women-only weightlifting gym here in LA.
I love that. When did you start that?
I started it officially in August 2022.
Okay. What was your inspiration behind starting like a women's only inspirational vibe?
Strength training for me transformed my life. So I was working as a personal trainer, private trainer, one-on-one clients for a couple of years that male and female didn't enjoy training the man too much. And decided to go women only, also to create a space for women just to feel more comfortable and take that gym intimidation away.
I love that. So you have 2 kids, correct?
I do.
Did you start the powerlifting after the kids or before the kids?
After my first one. My first one was about a year. That was another inspiration, just to create my own schedule, being able to afford living in LA here. Ooh. And being with my daughter, really.
I love that. So how long into your postpartum journey did you feel like, okay, like I need to start getting it together kind of?
I started pretty soon after she was born training privates again, only a couple hours a week. And then, financially, it wasn't the best situation anymore, so I knew I had to do something. It took me a while to get started, just to, believe in yourself and get over that hump. I think it was maybe like 8 months when I established the LLC.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, she was a year because she was born in July, so I started in August, yeah.
So it took you kind of like a year to get like your footing back in a way.
Yeah, I mean, before that, before she was born, like COVID, before that was COVID, and I left my full-time job right before COVID hit and was kind of like in a, trying things out, nothing really stable, just trying to figure out what I want to do. So that was 2020, she was born 2021, so yeah, about 2 years from when I left my last job to getting into this.
What were you doing before?
I was a nanny for 10 years. I worked for celebrities. I loved it, but the schedule was intense.
Their schedule, yeah.
Intense. I was traveling the world. It was amazing, but with a kid, no way.
Yeah. Were you with your husband? Is it your husband?
No, he's not my husband. No, I wasn't. I met him right after during COVID, and I got pregnant 3 months later. So.
Oh my God.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yep.
So it was pretty quick.
Very quick.
Were you planning it, or was it just like, oh?
I mean, no, we weren't. I mean, look, I met him, and within like 2-3 days, I told everyone, like, I knew I was going to have his kids. So he's a little older, and, we were talking about what our next goal or step in life would be, and we both agreed that it would be a family. So we were open to it, but we didn't know it was going to happen that quickly. We didn't even have a house yet when I was pregnant. Well, I found out the week that we moved into the new house that I was pregnant.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is happening. You got pregnant in COVID. So what was it like being pregnant and going through all the doctor's appointments and everything, giving birth like in COVID?
I don't believe in COVID, really. Like, I didn't really, I didn't really follow the rules, or like I wasn't worried about it or scared. My doctor at that time, they did say your husband can come in, but I talked to them and he ended up being in all of the appointments. Birth was no problem. I think they allowed one. Actually, my sister was there too, so they allowed 2 people in at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't affect me.
How was your birth experience?
Not what I wished for. So I was, dreaming my whole life of natural birth. My first one was breech. I was hoping until the last minute that she would turn. Tried everything. I mean, I was doing handstands in the pool, what is it called, like moxie sticks or something, where you like lay
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
and you don't burn it, but you put this Chinese stuff on your little toe and like all these crazy things. So I ended up having a C-section. I did go into like, one thing I wanted to do is to go in labor naturally, because I really believe the day, you choose the day you're born, and it says a lot about you. So I did go in labor. I've experienced the whole thing. And, the C-section went fine. Yeah. The second one, I tried to do VBAC, search for a doctor that would even do it. Everything went well, and then it didn't, like I believe it was, they gave me too much epidural, and then her heart rate went down, and it was an emergency C-section. So I don't think I'm going to try. I don't think I'm going to try for the next one to be VBAC. It's just too stressful.
So do you want to have another one?
Yeah.
How many do you want to have?
It depends. I think I want 2 more, but it depends on help and finances.
That's honestly what I hear more so than anything. It's like not really how many kids someone wants to have at this point. It's like, how many kids can you afford?
For sure. For sure. And, like I would love to have a live-in nanny or an au pair.
Yeah.
I came here as an au pair. So do you know what an au pair is?
Yeah, actually, my uncle married a German woman as well. And the way that she came to America was she was an au pair. So
yes.
I actually know exactly.
So yes, we just need a bigger house to have a room for an au pair, and then we can go for the next one.
So then we can just bang them out. Because that's the whole thing, is like, do you want to do 2 under 2? How far apart do you want to have them? Like, there's just so many things that factor into it.
I think everything is a struggle. But right now it's 2.5 years apart. And that first 6 months for my older daughter was
rough,
challenging, because they don't understand that much yet. I think that jump from 2.5 to 3 is a big jump. So I think 3 years, or get them right, like
either together or like,
or give it a little bit.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I'm probably like, obviously, like God has his own plans. We can't decide what's going to happen. But if I could decide, is like somewhere around her 2nd birthday, maybe a little bit after it, like start trying. And then like she's almost 3. So she understands like, you're getting a sibling. Like it's exciting. It's not like, why are you taking my mommy?
Yeah. Well, that's exactly the age gap that mine was. And it was so exciting. When is the baby coming? And, but then when the baby was there and the baby's on the boobie, like 24/7, it was...
They're like, Mommy, can you? Mommy, can you? Mommy, can you?
I want to be a baby again. That's her still to this day. I want to be a baby again. I'm like, girl.
I'm dead. Is she a Cancer?
She is, yep.
And then what is your second?
Capricorn.
Vastly different. Vastly different personalities.
Yeah, she's a tough one.
She was so freaking cute. I actually met Kim because we did a run club together, and we both had our babies, and we were running with the babies in the stroller.
Yep.
And I was like, this is my girl right here. We're going to figure this out, because I just feel like you can make so many excuses in your life for reasons why you can't do something. And especially once you have a child, like I feel like they're very real they're very real reasons. But at the end of the day, like if you have certain goals and certain aspirations and certain dreams and certain mentalities that you want to live in, there's a certain point where you realize like there can't be any excuses. It can't be like, oh, there's no one to watch her. She can come. Exactly. You can run with a stroller. Like you can do that. Like we kind of live in a society of like instant gratification and like trying to take the easy way out. And I feel like we've kind of lost that sense of challenge and like actually challenging ourselves to do hard things and not like just giving up because something gets a little tough.
Totally, yeah.
And I feel like I actually got like way more into that mentality when I started weight training, because it's like, okay, I might not be able to lift that today, but if I come back here consistently in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, I will be able to lift that.
For sure.
And just really realizing like if you do consistently challenge yourself, you can grow and push yourself and you can do more things than you ever thought you'd be able to do just by that belief in yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, it builds resilience, and it transfers to every aspect of life. The confidence, the things you think you can't do, and then you do it. I mean, the first step is regarding to the gym is like stepping in a new space, right? Or trying something new, stepping out of your comfort zone. I think that's overcoming that fear alone is already give you so much more in life.
So how did you meet this amazing man of your beautiful children?
How did I meet him? COVID time. One of my friends was inviting me to hang out at a hotel rooftop. It's like, sure, I'm around, I'll come by. I was with my friend at that time, and he was there kind of randomly. Everyone that was there kind of ended up ditching us. So we hang out. He was at that time going back and forth from East Coast to West Coast. So he was staying at in the hotel. And we were hanging out. He was like, when I left, I'm going to extend one more night if you want to, hang out tomorrow. I went to hang out tomorrow. And then he was like, I'm going to DC. You want to come? I was like, fuck it. I don't have nothing to do. I was renting out my apartment at that time on Airbnb. I got a booking that night. I was like, perfect.
Sure, I can't be here anyway.
Like, I'm not gonna tell my mom, strange man going to DC, no idea who the guy is. He's way older, by the way. He doesn't look like it or act like it, but he's 52. I'm 30, yeah. I did tell my mom. And she's super into astrology. So apparently she saw it in the stars before that I would meet an older man that will change my life.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, after I got back from that trip, I told everyone, like, I think I'm going to have this man's kids. And since then we've been together.
What's crazy is I met my man in COVID. And literally the day that we met, he was like, I'm going to marry you and you're going to have my kids. And I was like...
When you know, you know.
Okay, weird man that I just met. Like, what are you talking about? Put his name in my phone with an engagement ring. Like,
wow.
The whole shebang. And I was just like, this is crazy. And then 5 years later,
it's
bam,
crazy.
That's exactly what happened. I'm like, did you manifest this? Or did you condition me when you met me? I just always knew this was going to happen because I had been single for 5 years. I was very much on the I'm probably not going to find love till later in my life. I don't even know what's happening with the world. We're up and down. We're all trapped inside. There's no way that this is actually going to be a situation. And I just feel like at every chance that he had to either prove himself or let me down, he just proved himself every single time. So I'm
Beautiful.
like, I guess that's how we got here, man.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Literally the sweetest.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So how did you start running? Is that something that you have done for a while, or are you just getting myself back into it?
I used to run. I used to live a block from the beach. So I would run every morning. Venice Pier, Santa Monica Pier, on the sand. I love running on the sand. And then now I live in Encino, in the hills.
Oh, no way, I live in Encino.
You do?
I live right off the... Oh, I'm not going to say this again. Y'all thought you were going to get me today, didn't you? I will tell her after this.
And, after having Venice... I was sleeping. I'm still sleeping with her, but my whole body, my hips were hurting. I think just from laying that way. So I need to take a break from strength training, and I wanted to get back into running. Got a running stroller, got running shoes, running outfits. Never actually got back into it. That was the only. I was like, this is gonna be the one where
I dressed the part, and it didn't come, but I dressed for it.
It will. But no, I love running. I just have to get back into it. It's I prefer strength training over running. And now time wise, of course.
You kind of gotta choose.
Yeah, I mean. It's an excuse, Eventually I will. I just love running on the beach, and then driving there. Traffic is insane. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But it's a goal to get back into it for sure.
Well, Malibu can always go that way.
Same distance from yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I just feel like there's less traffic going to Malibu than there is going to Santa Monica.
Where do you
Venice.
run in Malibu?
It's what's it called? Oh my God. My man always drives, so I never forget. Where did you meet us, Ari? Do you remember where that was?
That was Zuma Beach.
Zuma Beach.
Zuma Beach. Oh, that's far.
It's a little bit of a ways.
I don't like driving.
That's funny. I don't really like driving either. I drive because it's a necessity and I need to get places. But there's people that are like, I love driving. I'm like, no. I've never been one of those people.
I mean, if there's no traffic, PCH, no kids in the car, Top down, that's a different story.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. But like screaming kid in the car, 45 minutes,
Stress.
not the vibe.
Stress pure. I hate driving with the kids.
She will fall asleep.
Oh, really?
She will either she loves music. There's like certain songs that if I put them on, she's a piece of cake or she'll go to sleep.
Beautiful. Nope, mine both.
Hate it.
My first one was a nightmare. I couldn't drive even 7 minutes down to the park because it was so stressful. This one is better, but you never know. When she gets in the mood, then it's
I feel like
over.
that's babies in general, and they kind of teach you like how much we start to like limit our emotions and our self-expression as we get older because of like surroundings in life. But like I'm in a bad mood. Everyone's going to be in a bad mood today. I'm not eating. I'm throwing everything around. You know how eggs have been my favorite for the past 4 weeks, Mom? I hate them today. Don't even look at me with an egg. Like literally, my girl, Sola, she literally has eaten eggs since I really started her on solids. She's eaten eggs every morning. No problem. For some reason right now, not feeling eggs. I'm like, what am I supposed to feed you now? Because you loved eggs.
It's so hard to feed them good nutrition and
but like also like what they'll eat, because it's not like you can just be like, this is a broccoli and you need to eat it, so eat it. They will literally
right. Right. Or choking hazards, right?
Or choking hazards. I'm over here
fear.
like squishing blueberries like a freaking weirdo. The freaking worst. But I'm trying to teach her how to self-feed right now. It's not going very well.
No.
She's a princess and
Were
she
you
wants
feeding her like you've always fed her?
I've always fed her. So that's I shouldn't have started
my
there.
second one, maybe because she's watching her sister
Probably.
from like 4 months old, she will use a fork and a spoon. It's crazy.
That's one thing that I have heard is the second one, because they're watching the first one so much and emulating every single thing they do, they start to learn things faster. Oh, I want to move with my sister, so I'm going to learn how to crawl a little bit earlier because I'm trying to move, like versus like the first one is like, I am the center of the universe. I will move when I want to move.
For sure.
I feel like that can be more challenging though. So you don't have 2 under 2, but you almost had 2 under 2.
Yes. Almost.
What would you feel like is like the biggest challenge that you've had with your first and the biggest challenge you have with your second, and how are they different?
You know, I don't know if it was because I was a nanny for so long that I just felt like super at peace and super comfortable. I don't find motherhood that challenging, maybe also because my kids were kind of calm. You know, they never cried a lot, they didn't have colics. But the first one, you know, like overthinking everything, being more fearful, especially like sleeping with them, you know, how they scare you with that stuff, which is supposed to be the most natural thing. So just my first one, sleep, nightmare. That was the hardest part, you know, like not having a schedule, and the sleep was the toughest part. Second one, I slept with her from the day she was born. I trusted my instincts, so I never really was sleep deprived with her. And then I had my business at that time already. I felt way more comfortable, you know, like less fears. And I would just like have her on in a wrap until she was like 6-7 months, like all day with me. She was so in peace. She's so chill.
She's so chill.
She's so chill. Now, like once she started walking, it became a problem, right? And like now she wants to get into everything. Everything is like, no, not this, not this. You just take everything out of her
Why
hand.
did you destroy the whole room looking for one toy that was right in the middle of the floor?
Yeah, it's, you know, but honestly, like I love being a mom. And the challenge is, you know, like being able to step out and do what you need to do for yourself.
Yeah.
But it's important. It's so important. Self-care is so important. A lot of moms lose themselves into motherhood, live their lives for their children.
Just for their kids to grow up and leave.
Exactly.
And then you're like, what? Who am I?
Exactly.
What do I do? Mm-hmm. My life has revolved around tiny
yourself,
people.
Right? Like you lose your life, you lose yourself.
It's easy to, because
totally.
like all the things, the internet scares the crap out of you, first of all. Everything is wrong. You can kill your baby doing anything. You're like, don't brush your teeth because in the 3 seconds that you brush your teeth, your baby might slip and fall, and then they're gonna hit their nose and they're gonna get a brain aneurysm. And you're like, I can't even brush my teeth. Like, what is happening? So
for sure,
just being able to implement like even minor self-care. Like I remember taking a shower would even give me anxiety in the beginning. And she'd be with her dad. They would, like, it's not like she's just like out there by herself chilling like as a baby. Like, she's literally being held by someone that loves her and cares for her equally as much as I do. But I would still be in the shower like, like, I need to get back out there. What if she needs me? Like, what if she needs a boob? Like, I'm the only one with the boobs. I'm eating, I'm like inhaling the food like Kirby. Like, what is that? It's got to be some type of primal thing that happens where it's like you put everything that you need aside to care for this thing, this child, this being that you've brought into the world, and slowly trying to implement like back into your life that self-care, that time for yourself is life-changing, but so hard because mom guilt is such a real thing. And like not wanting to like, oh, like that's why it took me so long to get back on my podcast. I was like, I want to start this back up, but that's what, this many hours that I'm going to be away from her. And then the drive there, that's another hour on both sides. Like,
For sure.
Then I'm leaving her for 5 hours. Like, that's insane. What if she hates me when I get back? Like, that's a baby.
Yeah. No, I get it. I still get mom guilt to this day. And the food, I still to this day. I don't remember the last time I had a peaceful meal. I really don't. No, it's always
what is
like
that?
this.
Literally.
I don't know. I forgot what I wanted to say.
Mom brain, you know, the fun things.
The mom brain.
gotta
blame everything on the child and the mom brain.
I thought that pregnancy brain was bad. Mom brain is way worse.
Oh,
Because
yeah, for
pregnancy brain is just like, I'm foggy and like, I don't really remember. And I feel like I'm operating at like half capacity. Mom brain is like overdrive.
I
It's
agree.
like hyper speed. It's like the hard drive is full and you're still trying to cram in more information, because just being like, there's a reason why being a nanny is a job. Taking care of a child is a full-time job.
Absolutely.
So then if you are also cleaning and cooking and you have a man that you are taking care of, or let's be honest, we take care of men. You're taking care of, and then you take that on even another step further, not just being a stay-at-home mom, but you are operating a business. Like, that is so many thoughts constantly running through your head. It feels like you have all the tabs open on your computer. How do you juggle being a momtrepreneur, which is what I'm calling my moms that are started their own businesses?
So I now have a nanny, not a babysitter. I just found I'm so happy. She's an au pair for a different family, and she's like filling up the hours. It's like being flexible, right? Like being flexible, I think is the most important. Doing the things that you need to have a list, do the things that you have to do when the baby's sleeping, when you get that hour, and get help and trust your man. That was what, like, even with the second one, like you were just saying, like, I know they're safe, but like, I don't like the way he does this, like he should be doing this. That's like, they have different, we were brought up so differently, like him and I. Like, he's from a different culture, he's from a different generation. And in the beginning, I was fighting everything with my first one. So now I'm just like trusting him, taking the help, and, like get the stuff done that I need to when I can. And worst case, have on my laptop, even though she's like trying to touch everything. I think I'm leaking.
You are.
Great.
Like, story of my life, man. You all are. Literally, I'm like, yeah.
So over it.
I'm like slightly trying to wean her, but like I also don't want to like stop her from breastfeeding before she's ready to stop. But at the same time, I'm like, I want my body back.
Yeah.
I want my hormones to level out,
For
dude.
sure.
Like, I'm just tired of like being the food source and the incubator for another person.
Totally. But then you have to think, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. But then I have to think about making nutritious meals 3 to 4 times per day. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I don't want to think about it. So I'm still, but right now she's like, at least during the day where I can go and she will eat solids.
Same.
Because before that, I would have to run back every few hours to feed her.
Yep.
So...
That is, did you ever try bottles and she just didn't want bottles?
Yeah, I did, but pumping is a whole nother thing.
Literally, people are like, oh, it's just so easy. You leave a bottle. I'm like, you do realize, like, then it's the pumping. So
exactly.
Then I have to, instead of feeding my child for an hour, I have to pump for an hour in my car.
Clean the damn bottle. It's like...
Clean the bottle, clean the pump, because you got to clean them all.
And with my first one, I actually had the portable pump, the LV. Mm-hmm. And what I did for the first 6 weeks when that milk supply established, every time, actually I did that with my second, but differently. I feed her in the morning, I would feed her from one boob and pump the other. And I would have stacks for like 6 months or something. So when I was kind of done breastfeeding, I had the whole fridge full of milk, which was amazing. I didn't do that. Why did I not do that? Because I didn't feel like pumping.
I did the haka on the other side.
Yeah,
and I had so much. And then my freezer
was
broke.
Oh my God.
And I lost like 150 ounces. And it was the worst thing that ever happened. I literally like pretty much gave up pumping all together after that. I was like,
that's horrible.
I have PTSD now because I took so much time and energy and waking up every 2 hours and pumping and cleaning and pumping and cleaning and writing all the little timestamps because I have no brain power because I'm literally crazy.
Yep.
At that point in time, the hormones coming in and everything. And I was just like, I can't even like deal with this right now.
That's horrible. I feel you on that.
It was horrible. I lost my milk and I lost my placenta.
Oh, were you going to eat it?
I was.
Yeah, I did the encapsulation
That's
for
exactly
both.
what I was going to do.
I'm sorry.
It was very upsetting. I was like, oh, great. This, can't get that back. Can't get any of that back. At least I got like a whole bunch of like topical. So like I put it in like every single bath that she's had since she was born, she's had breast milk in.
Oh, great.
I will make like, oh, she's got a cut, like we're putting breast milk on it. Like, I even like, I get a bug bite, I'm like, I'm like, oh, I have a pimple.
It's amazing.
I don't know what I'm going to do after I stop breastfeeding.
I'm like, does it actually work? I do it too, though, for everything.
Literally
like, does
everything.
It really work? I guess it does, right?
It does, because I did it to my friend who she got a bug bite, and I was like, listen, like, I know it's kind of controversial, but like, we can try this. And she's like, you know what, just go in the bathroom, put it in a cup. I don't know if I can do the full like squirt it just at me. I was like, all right, like I'll do that. Did it. She was like, literally the second I put it on my bug bite, it like started cooling down, didn't itch. I had a friend with like cystic acne on her back. I literally sprayed her.
Wow.
Gone now.
Amazing.
I'm like,
breast milk is amazing.
It really is.
I mean, our body's amazing.
Nature's gold. Like it is liquid gold.
It is.
I freaking love it. Is there anything that you would like to tell the spillers that you have coming up for yourself that you'd like to promote?
Yeah, so I am about to open a new location for the gym. I just signed the lease. The construction is going to start next week. And hopefully in summer, June or July, I'm not exactly sure how fast we can get it done. We're going to open the women's only private club in Sherman Oaks.
Oh my God, so I will definitely be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, I wanted to ask you, we can talk about this later, but I would love to add a yoga session on one of the days.
I would love to teach.
All right.
We will definitely talk about that. Can you let everyone know your social handles and where to find you online?
My private social handle is Kim Annabel Fitness, Annabel with one N and one L. And my business is Pwr Grls, that's PWRGRLS _training. Website pwrgrls.com. And that's it, right? I covered everything?
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode and taking the time out of your day. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and send this to someone that you want to inspire. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kim, for joining us. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.